here we go. I'm not even going to take the cameras down or the chat down for this. You know why? Because it's that easy. So here we go. SHŌBU. How do you play SHŌBU? All right. We're going to alternate turns, starting with black, because the rules say black goes first. The goal of the game is to knock off all of your opponent's rocks from one of the 4 boards. Any of the 4 will work. To do so, your turn consists of 2 moves. The first move is what's called a passive or a setup move, followed by an aggressive move, all right? So the passive move, first off, must be done on one of the 2 boards that's on your side of the rope. Now, what is a move? Well, any of your rocks can move 1 or 2 spaces in any direction in straight lines. So, for instance, this rock right here can move 1 and 2, or 1, because it can't go off the board, right? 1, 2, yep, there we go. So, any of those 3 or those 2 spaces. Make sense? Mm-hmm. That's the passive move on any of your boards on your side of the rope, okay? The other rule is, let's say Jess's rock was there. As the passive move, you cannot push an opponent's rock. So in this case, if it were like so, I could not move forward 1 or 2 spaces. You cannot jump someone else's stone. So straight line 1 or 2, and cannot move any more than that. Mm-hmm. Okay, easy enough on either of the 2 boards that are on your side. Then, depending on what you do, you can then take an aggressive move. An aggressive move is, depending on the color of the board that you did, the passive move, the aggressive move must be on the other color board. So you have 2 obvious dark boards, 2 light boards. So on my turn, maybe I do something like 1, 2. That was on the white board. That was my passive move. My aggressive move now is going to mirror the exact same move of any of my possible rocks on the dark boards, either one. So in this case, I could go 1, 2, I could go 1, 2, I could go 1, 2. You get the idea, right? I could not do that on this board nor on this board because I did my passive move on the light board. Make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. And it must match exactly, meaning I moved 2, I could not just go 1 in that case. In addition to that, you can push an opponent's stone. So for instance, let's say maybe you had done something like this from a previous, there we go. That's where it is, it's my turn. And I go, say, 1, 2 to do that. Now I can go 1, 2 and push that off. Right. And this will come out of play and go there. So now I have 3 more rocks to knock off on this board, whereas I have 4, 4, 4, etc. What I cannot do, however, is let's say it ended up something along the lines of this. If I move the same 2 as the passive move, I cannot push this forward because you cannot push 2 rocks in a direction. Make sense? That's it. Those are the rules. So in other words, push off all your opponent's stones on one board and you win.